thinking in this video to have it a little different than how I'd usually be doing things. Since I am a beginner at doing ASMR, I'd like to have everyone really get to know me and really why I decided to do this sort of thing. So that's kind of where we're going to be at today. So I think I'm going to answer some very basic questions off the top of my head first, transition into some things about like my channel and who I am online, as well as how exactly I make my videos and such. And then I'm just going to answer some questions that I find on the web. That's just about it. So, starting off, I'd like to say hello. My username is Corpsephile. I created it a couple years ago, and it is who I go by online. It is who I am. Although I understand the word itself is a little odd, so most people who know me online will call me Corpsey or Corpse, if that makes it for any of you out there. The name, I didn't realize how it would sound till after people made fun of me online for it, but I made it up one day, basing it off of words like bibliophile, which is the love of books, breaking down the components of the word. So corpse was meant to be kind of like a zombie, undead, and then a file was supposed to be the love of. Of course, I spelt it differently just to add some aesthetic flair to it, but the name itself was supposed to be the love of zombies, which connected into my character, who was named Corpsephile, who is a zombie girl based similarly off of me, who I use online to describe and draw as a version of myself without showing the world exactly who I am. Because originally, when I thought of making online things like this, I really wanted to keep my personality and really who I was a secret. I always loved the idea of having a sort of mystery out there. Everyone in the world, well, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people watching your videos and doing stuff with you, and then if they were to run into you in the real world, they would have no clue who you are. It kind of gives you a feel of like power in a way. Maybe not power, but something similar, I guess. And that's why I did it. Other than that, my name is Corpsey, Corpsephile. I recently, I said that a little odd. I recently turned 18. I am going to be graduating my school pretty soon, which is exciting, but I needed to try to de-stress, I guess, because of everything. And I've really wanted to start a channel for a while, and I actually got the inspiration from Man of Culture ASMR. He's one of my siblings' friends, and we were talking on a stream the other day, and he just kind of said to go for it. So here I am. Despite all the schoolwork, it's leaving me something to be proud of at the end of the day, even if they're not the best videos in the world. Which, going on and speaking of, I am making these videos off of a Chromebook. I am using Kinemaster to record as well as put the videos together. The microphone that I'm using is actually an old Xbox 360 microphone used for song games, like, gosh, I can't remember, but it's like the Beatles sing-alongs and the rock games. My brain's not working right now, so I'm sure some of you guys know what I'm talking about. So it's not the best mic. It's definitely not meant for recording like this, but it works. So we're gonna roll with it for now. I used all of my art in this. The characters and the girls that I draw, they're mine. It's my art. And then the backgrounds and little welcomes, intros, whatever, is all going to be made on Canva. I don't currently have a really good intro screen right now, so it's something I have to work on, but my computer is a bit laggy, so it might take me a little while. But that's kind of what I use. And I think despite how fast I put it all together, it really isn't the worst setup. I just have to record later at night to keep my house a bit quiet, and I have to stay a certain distance away from the mic, otherwise it doesn't really pick me up. It's very finicky, but it works. At least it works for me. So on to the next thing. I realize I am kind of blowing through these questions, and I do apologize. But I'm trying to get on to some more thinking parts, which I am now. I'm going to be using a blog called 101 Questions to Ask Yourself in Life by, I think the name is Celeste, Seles, and it's on the website personalexcellence.co. I'm just going to pick a couple questions out of there. Of course, I'm not going to pick all of them, but a couple here and there that I think might fit very well, or I know a decent answer to. So starting off first, it says, what personal achievements am I most proud of? Well, okay, so I am really sad throughout high school. I didn't get to do a lot of things on my own. My parents were always kind of strict, but one of the personal achievements I was proud of was I got to do color guard for my school for a short while, and I made it up to co-captain before I eventually had to stop. And I was always very proud of myself for that. I really pushed myself to try and learn things, even if they were hard. It's one of the achievements that might not seem as, I don't know, like achieving to others, but it was one that really, really, made me feel better about actually doing something. Look at your life now. Are you living the life of your dreams? Why or why not? Well, I guess not. I'm pretty young, so the life of my dreams is very far off from where I'm living now, but I'm really happy about where I am. A couple months ago, I was worried about graduating, and I'm actually going to get my cap and gown really soon and going to prom. I'm fairly excited about it. I do have a very loving boyfriend who I've been with for almost a year, and I have a lot of friends who are very supportive of who I am. A matter of fact, one of them commented on my first videos directly after the release. I didn't expect it, but it just shows, how loving all of them are. So, even if it's not the most ideal or perfect life, I'm really happy with where I'm at. So, I think it's okay. What advice would I give to my younger self? Oh, well, my younger self had a tremendous amount of stress for what seemed like no reason sometimes. She didn't really get to live her childhood, so I would tell her to try to calm down and to not stress out as much about what the other kids are doing, and to take the little moments that seem the happiest and save those, because those are the ones that ended up mattering the most. And that realize that our life, isn't perfect, but it's gonna lead us into who we are, and eventually we're gonna like who we are for it. So, yeah, something like that, I'm sure. What was I busy with today? Will this matter in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years? Okay, so, well, there was a few things I was busy with today. I'd worked on some schoolwork, finishing up. That's really important, obviously, forever. I kind of want that high school diploma. I worked on Animal Crossing, which might not seem important, but it was really helpful for me to contain mental health and kind of let myself relax. So I feel like it's important. Will it be important in upcoming years? I'm not sure, but it was important. And then obviously right now I am recording this video, which I'm kind of just doing for fun, but I hope it'll become a little bit, something in 1 or 3 or 5 years. So maybe eventually it'll become important. But for now it is kind of just a pastime. What is my top priority in life right now, and what am I doing about it? Like I said, I'm just planning to graduate. But besides that, my boyfriend lives out of the country that I live in, and he's going to be coming over pretty soon for prom. So besides graduating, that is a pretty good priority for me, as I really wish to have him over, and we really, really want to have everything settled before then. So that's kind of what we're looking forward to. If I had $1 million, what would I do with it? I would probably use it to help my family. Donate a little. There's some charities that I really, really want to work out, but they seem to have a lot of struggling right now. And then anything left over from that, I would probably just spend on working towards future goals, and maybe a college fund, something like that. I would assume. Sorry if that seems just a little selfish. What do I need to do to achieve my ideal physical look? Maybe we don't answer this one. We should be happy in our bodies. You should only change it if you really need to, or you really, really want to. Skipping that one. Wow, some of these are actually really deep, and not in the way that I want to tell you guys. We're gonna try to stay on the happier scale. Who inspires me the most? Okay. My papa, who, just to be clear, just so this isn't mixed up, my papa meaning my grandfather. My papa is someone I really looked up to. He died when I was quite young, but I know I have very strong memories of who he was, as well as a lot of stories about who he was when I was a kid. And my papa was a very hard-working man. He loved every single one of us. There was never a time I really saw him angry with anyone or fight with anyone. And when he did, from what I've been told, he handled it very well. He was very active, very sweet, always trying his best for others. He's someone that I look up to now, and I think I'll continue to look up to every single day of my life. What is and are the most important people to me in the world? Well, obviously there's my family, my mom, my dad, my step-parents, all of my siblings, my boyfriend. They kind of just surround my world. Oh, I can't forget the puppies. The puppies, of course, too. Um, I think my smallest puppy would be very mad if I didn't include him. But they all kind of just surround my world, and even if they drive me crazy some days, or sometimes I wish I'd just be alone, I think I probably wouldn't be able to live without any of them here to support me the way that they do, and it's I'm very happy they're a part of my life. And I already ran out of questions. I only picked a couple. I have to go back up again. Okay, so oofed, I'm so sorry. What am I passionate about? That's a good one. Well, I think I am very passionate about anything that allows me to use the creative side of my brain. I am very artistic from what I've heard. I love to draw and to paint and to craft. I love singing and dancing and color guard, and it's all things that I've been very, very passionate about since I was a kid for the most part. And I'm very, very happy I got to be creative as I could. I know a lot of kids out there don't really have it the best, and I'm very lucky to be able to get all the things that I need to do everything. My parents are both very creative, so I have access to all kinds of things that I wish some other kids would be able to play around with. What are my values? What do I represent? And what do I want to embody? I think this is going to be the last question. My values, I tend to try and look on the good side. I think everyone deserves to get equity and be balanced and peaceful. I think every child should be able to live out the childhood the way that they want to. I think that everyone's values should be recognized and not ignored, but everyone should be able to get to be who they are without having to deal with any backlash or anything like that. I think the world just needs to be a little nicer to everyone and be a little more accepting, in my opinion. What do I represent? I guess I kind of just represent who I am and who I want the world to be. I'm not always the nicest person, but I try, and I think that's just how I want everything else to be too. And then the last one is, what do I want to embody? I want to embody loving and caring about yourself completely. I'm not all the way there yet, but I am working on it, and you know what? That's always the first step. So I know I threw a lot at you guys with some of these questions, but I really do hope that it was nice and it sounded like a nice chat. Hopefully it made you sleepy enough to go to bed. I'm sure it wasn't as interesting as I wanted it to be. But at least it'll let you sleep a little easier. So thank you guys. Thank you all for watching, and please like and subscribe if you can. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.